Welcome to Sophisticated DIY. I think Jonathan Anderson has become my favorite fashion designer of this season, and I wanted to pay a tribute to him by making a trench coat inspired on his. So usually when I'm gonna make any dresses or any design, I'm gonna start always by drawing what I want to make. This design is not too far from the Jonathan Anderson because after all, a trench coat is a trench coat and a Dior style is a Dior style. So there is not really too much that we can change and still be accurate. So this is my design and I'm gonna use my basic patterns. And I did as well last week this nice jacket with raglan sleeves, and still I have the pattern, so that will make me save some time as I don't have to calculate again where I want those cuts to come. I'm using a pen, but I know that today I have to be a good girl. I love to make my patterns using pen, but I'm gonna use pencil today. I have to adapt the original darts from my basic pattern and put it there, and then I'm gonna add the skirt just to make the 3/4 pattern, and then from it I can do anything I want. I have to admit that making this pattern make me a little bit kind of nervous, just because I know that this Anderson trench coat is a very well made coat, and I'm seeing some details of the good tailoring. For example, this is a skirt like it's super spread, but still the center part is very flat. That means that it is something that is holding that. So I had to be able to make the lining that hold that part as well. When I do my lapel, I always mark it in my pattern as I wanted it, and then I fold and mark it to the other side, and I always have a good lapel. In this design, pretty much we have the storm flap and the back yoke in one piece, or not in one piece but connected, and I'm gonna try to do that, although I feel a little bit afraid because my doll is chesty and we are checking a design that is a man that is wearing it and he doesn't have any chest. I did my pattern and now I'm going to scan it, just in case in the future I want to digitalize it. Now it's too late, I'm going home, but instead of resting, I'm printing out some buckles and buttons for my jacket. And I'm gonna use UV resin to kind of caramelize, let's say, a little bit those buckles. Now I'm back in my shop and I have all my pieces together, and I have to decide which lining I want to add. My problem is that I want to add the regular lining because it's just thinner, but the cotton might be good to give the shape to the skirt that I was mentioning you before. So I'm still thinking. In the meantime, I'm gonna separate the pieces for the lining and the pieces for the fabric. With the collar, I was thinking for a long time and I decided to make a single color, but I'm gonna use a nice color, you know. For the sleeves, I have to cut the lining and the fabric with this pattern. So I'm gonna put it with the fabric now, but I have to keep that in mind. Now I'm gonna prepare my fabric for cutting. If you have watched my other videos, you know that I prefer to iron my fabric before cutting it. And because this is not a new fabric, if I find some imperfections, I have to mark them so I don't cut the dress with this imperfection at the front. Anyway, sometimes those little defects make the garment more interesting, don't you think? So I'm gonna try for cutting to use first the smaller part of the dress. That way, you know, I don't waste the biggest part, so I can have a better chance to cut everything. So I'm using all the material, as you can see. Unfortunately, I didn't cut the sleeve as long as I wanted, but it's okay. I'll be fine. I finished to cut all my pieces except the straps or pocket. And look at that, I use all of it. I call myself a scavenger because I'll eat whatever I have at home and I'll use any fabric I have. Now is the time for the lining. So I decided at the end to use the cotton to give more shape to my jacket. The lining will be a little easier as I have a flat piece of cloth. And this time, with this trench coat, as I have proven the pattern, I'm not trying to be too perfect when I make the seam allowance, and the little errors will be okay. You know, sometimes you have to choose between practicality and perfection. I finished with my lining and I'm gonna cut now the collar. And as I didn't have enough material for the top of the fabric, I'm gonna use as well this brown fabric to cut the inside part of the back flap yoke. That will make it interesting, right? So I'm starting sewing, and I always like to be ironing after sewing everything to set all the seams and everything. The skirt part is the tricky one because I have to make the pleats and then I have to sew the piece on top, and I have to try to make a perfect corner. But you know what? I'm the queen of the corner, so I'll be okay. I'm still a little worried about the pocket because I don't have the pockets, and I should make the pockets before I close the pieces. But the thing is that I don't know where to put them because they kind of won't look good. So I'm kind of a little worried about it. Look at my corners. It looks good, right? For the front part, it's a little trickier because I have to make the front dart as well to accommodate better the bust. And then I have to, to add the thing. This is what I have until now. As you can see, it's taking its shape. Now is the time to think about the pocket. And I'm trying to see where I can sew the pockets. It's just because the pleats are there in the way. But while I'm thinking about that, I'm just trying on the buckles and buttons to see which one I'm gonna use, so I will know what will be the width of the belt I'm gonna do. Yeah, I think this buckle will look good. I printed 2 sizes of buttons. I know that the bigger one are the more correct, but I kind of like the smaller better. Now is the time to sew the sleeves. If it were a bigger coat, it would be a little different, but I have to kind of sandwich them. Look at that. One of my customers brought me some chocolate. They are so pretty. I don't want to eat them. Well, I'm going to tell you something. They are delicious. I've never tried that chocolate before. Thank you. And while I was eating my chocolate, I had a great idea. But I'm gonna tell you after. Let me show you first the belt I'm making. I love it because it looks like, like used. I love that. I did as well a belt for the sleeve because I have to finish those sleeves before I finish everything, and I'm thinking, how can I finish that? But don't worry, I will find a way. I will. Let me show you what I did with the collar. When I saw the collar, I pushed down one side so the collar take a collar shape. Look at that. That's good, right? So I decided that for the pocket, I'm gonna make side pockets, like regular side pockets, and then I'm going to put like a flap on top. Ta-da! Isn't it a great idea? I'm trying to see if I can find enough material to cut 2 pockets. And then I need as well the material for the flap. And this material from the flap, I think I'm gonna take it as well from something that has been folded. I'm gonna use the placket of the dress, and I think those folds there, it will look like old as well, like a pre-wash, and they will look fantastic, I think. In the meantime, I open my jacket, and it's very easy. You just have to pretty much sew one piece to each side and then sew everything together. That's it. But as well, of course, I add the flap. I'm gonna try just to give it a little shape by using some clips and leaving it like for 1 or 2 days. Yes, making that trench coat took me about 4 days. It's exactly the same as a normal trench coat, but just little. It depends. Now is the time to assemble the lining. The lining skirt is less voluminous because I'm using it to control the top part. I'm gonna see later if my approach will work. Finger crossed. I'm gonna add shoulder pads as well because my doll shoulders are very tiny. And because it will be really hard to find a 1/3 of the scale shoulder pads, I'm making my own. And as you can see, what I basically do is to stick together pieces of different size, but as well I'm using this kind of way to stitch them together, so it will take like a kind of curve shape. That way I get a shoulder pads that is nice and shaped like a human size shoulder pads. I'm gonna tack my shoulder pads to the shoulders of my jacket and I still don't know what I'm gonna do with the sleeves. It's not that I don't know how to sew a sleeves, it's that the sleeves are so small that I'm not sure how I will turn them. But I'll see. At the end, I decided to sew the sides, close the sleeves, and just leave it without the top stitch hem I wanted to make. It's okay, it will be okay. I'm almost done with my jacket. I just need to finish everything with the lining. I don't know what I was thinking when I chose it. But the cotton might be good to give the shape to the skirt that I was mentioning you before. Okay. You cannot say anything in the internet, huh? I'm trying on of the mannequin before I close everything and oops. I realized that the collar is not long enough, or let's say wide enough. It doesn't cover until the start of the lapel as I wanted. This is a pain, but I'm gonna open it and I'm gonna make a new collar. This is tricky to open that because the seams allowance are so small. You don't want to rip it, but I think it's all worth it. I'm gonna cut a new pattern and I'm gonna make sure that it will be a little longer, like a 0.5 centimeter longer. And you look at that, it's looking good. Still needed like a little more, but it's okay. At least now it's okay. My conscience is in the right place. So I'm now almost closing everything and I'm tacking everything in place so the lining doesn't move too much. And I'm using a facing to finish the hem, and a facing will look way better. I'm top stitching all around and another oops. No, I didn't like the facing. It makes the hem too stiff. I don't want that. It's just that it's the scale again because of the gravity. So I decided to do just the regular hem that usually we do, where I sew the lining with the top part, and that made my hem, and I think it's looking good. Now is the time for the finishings. Of course, I'm gonna make my buttonholes real, and I'm gonna make them by hand too, so it looks a little bit more couture. So I'm making my buttonholes, and while I'm making it, I'm thinking that I should have made the stitch a little narrower. So I'm sewing now my buttons, and I was a little afraid because what I did, I went to Thingiverse and I download files for the buckles and the buttons, but I made everything a little bit smaller. So if you made the buttons smaller as well, the holes will be smaller. So I'm using a smaller needle. So now that my jacket is done, I'm gonna get ready with me, but I'm preparing everything that I'm gonna do. But before I do that, I want to show you the coat on the mannequin. Look at all the details. The pockets still are functional pockets. Now let's stylize our doll. I'm gonna start by using this white shirt. This is the shirt I bought last week, and I'm gonna pair it with that skirt. This skirt is so easy to do. Now is the time for the boots. I love those boots. I want one for myself. And let's just go with the hair, the wig cap, so the wig doesn't move. And today we are going blonde. Now let's put on the glasses, and finally we are gonna put the trench coat. Oh, well, I said finally, but not finally, because she still needs other pieces, like the purse, for example. Now is the time to put on the belt. And as you can see, the coat is fitting so well. I'm gonna put on the beret, and I crocheted that beautiful bracelet for her. Now she is completely ready, and now she's gonna go to her job, and she's going to take the bus. The bus came, she's trying to stop it, and she arrived to her job, and her friend right away told her, "Oh my gosh, this coat is so beautiful," and she tried on. I wanted to try on her so you can see with the less chest how the coat looks. Let me know in the comments if you like this trench coat and what you will do to make it different. If you find this video useful or entertaining, please give us a hype, give us a like, and don't forget to subscribe, share, comment. Bye!